Don't you think this is starting to wear on me? You've been raining down like hail. I'm weak. I have tried to give you my soul, but you can't love something you own. It's too late to repair what we made. What can I do? Time flashed by and I woke up on the other side of the
G'day everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Anna and this is You Got Me in Stitches. So I'm coming in at you today with the So Upcycled 2022 or 22, I think it was actually written as, and that was organised and arranged by the two wonderful ladies, which is Becky from Notes from the Sewing Room and Karen, which is So Little Time, and links to their wonderful channels are in the show notes down in the description. Okay, so what did I create? Okay, so we have what was a jacket. Ta-da! I have now turned it into a skirt. I have kept all 4 pockets, so 2 there on the front and 2 on the back, and this is essentially the front of the jacket, so I kept all the buttons because obviously it's going to be used, worn as yeah, not too sure how you would say that. So yeah, the buttons are usable in the sense to unbutton if I need to. However, saying that, the waist I installed elastic, which is 1 inch thick, and yeah, that went in pretty straightforward first time, no twisting. And I will leave you with how I created this, so I will not say too much now because obviously that is in the parts where I was kind of filming and showing you guys as I was going along. And yeah, overall I am pretty happy how this one turned out. And yeah, because I kept the front of the jacket pretty much as is, I did not need to hem it because it was already hemmed, and I've kept most of the lining. I just need to line the back, so that is the only thing that I just need to finish off on that one. Oh my goodness guys, it is another really hot day, and obviously being in the conservatory as well, and it's November tomorrow, or in some places it's actually already November, and it's still summer. It's like, oh my goodness, it's just not right, is it? I mean, it's great to kind of hit the sunshine, however, yeah, so if I'm squinting or everything looks a little bit bright, obviously you guys know that is why it is a little bit like that. Okay, so the second, I decided to make a skirt, and I believe the way I kind of filmed this, obviously you're kind of seeing this first actually, because I think the way I filmed it, it's kind of in a way that it was going to essentially be a top, and then I decided to actually just flip it around and create a skirt. That is purely because it was getting really late, and obviously the clocks have changed, and again, no biggie there to be fair. However, I just kind of wanted to do the skirt because it was going to be a little bit quicker instead of kind of just configuring everything out along the back. If I was going to do ties or install a zipper or buttons, all 3 essentially were going to take a whole bunch longer time than me flipping it out and deciding to make a skirt. And what I did there, installed elastic, and yeah, when it got to the join there, again I believe I touched upon this, so I'm just going to say this quickly. Yeah, it kind of got a little bit stuck and kind of pulling, and you know what it's like no, 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 please do not come off the bucking. But yeah, success. So again, no closures, this is just slip on, slip off and go. And I used a thinner elastic, about 1/2 inch here, and you'll see that the ties, which are actually ties as well, I left so I can tie that if I wanted, or just leave as is. And if I did not want to use that and tie it as a bow, I can actually just flip it inside, so then it's more clean at the front there. But I kind of like that little feature. And the ties that I cut in half, these two, I used the thinner parts, laid it over the waistline of the skirt, just folded it, and then just stitched all the way along. And then instead of then making them come together, I just wanted to keep the ties of the ties to create ties. I know it's really confusing because I'm using ties to create a skirt, but also ties to essentially actually tie up together. So yeah, I just kind of left those so they can, like I said, either stay a little bit dangling or tie as a bow. So I've got two options there. And this came together really, really well. I really like all the fun colours, and also all the edges there that it creates with the ends of the ties used. And just flip it inside. I have not lined it at all, I have just left as is. It's not itchy or scratchy or anything like that. Was there not characters called itchy and scratchy? Anyway, yeah, so it's soft enough to kind of wear as is, and because these are lined ties, again, it adds to kind of the weight. And if I had incorporated lining as well, again, it just would have added to the bulk. However, it looks clean inside with the finishing, so at the end of the day, why create extra work for myself? I will create a top out of ties, and I'm going to do a holder style. It's just something that I've envisaged for a whole bunch of time, but again, it's more work, and I just kind of opted to go for the skirt. And because the length of the skirt is actually the length of the top, I did not need to use any more ties, so I still have a whole bunch of untouched ties. And yeah, like I said, I will make a holder top another time. But this is just really fun, it's really different, it's really bright, it's really colourful. And yeah, I'll leave you with some photos to take a look. Well guys, so that is what I created. I'm really excited to see what everybody else has created. And for those of you that use Instagram, go over, use the hashtag #upcycled22. And yeah, I cannot wait to see what everybody has made. And also for those that have YouTube channels, again, like with myself, I'm sure most or all that did the vlogs and everything will obviously have theirs up today as well. It's exciting. So again, thank you so much Becky and Karen for hosting and arranging all of this. It has been really fun and really exciting, and yeah, it brings everybody together. And more importantly, like I touched upon with my video before, just before this one, about the upcycle and peeps, what I was going to use, you know, you can learn so many skills. And oh my goodness, a huge heron! It just literally flew over the conservatory. I was like, whoa! Anyway, back on track. Yeah, so learning to upcycle things, not wasting anything, because anything can be pretty much turned into anything, and that helps landfill and everything like that. And it's so important to look after our planet. we look after our homes, well, planet Earth is also our home, so why not look after that? Or we are our own demise, really. So yeah, and also learning skills as well, which is so important, and to pass those skills on. Okay guys, so I am going to say, okay guys, so that is it. I'm going to leave you kind of with the process of bringing these items together. And as always, thank you so much for watching, stopping by. Please give me a thumbs up because it really does help, and also comments as well does help. If you do not want to say anything, again, you can just leave one word or something. You do not have to have a conversation going. I know some people are a little bit shy, and yeah, it really does help to reach a lot more people out there. I rarely say this, but it really does help, guys, so I really appreciate that so much. Okay, so gonna enjoy a little bit of the sunshine, even though I don't like going out in the sun. It is always lovely and it's smiley, isn't it, when the sun's shining. However, I do like thunderstorms and things like that. Really good thunderstorms. So yeah, okay guys, there's me. Yes, I'm just going yammering on. Yuck. Thank you guys, take care, and see you very soon. Righto, so it is Sunday, October 30th. It is 11:44 AM, and yeah, this is half of the pile for doing the So Upcycled 2022. And yes, the reveal is tomorrow, so October 31st. I've just had a lot going on, and yeah, just there's nothing like leaving things to the last minute, is there? I know it's not literally the last actual 60 seconds minute. You know what I mean, guys. Yeah, so going to spend as much time as I can and go rummaging through everything here, and yeah, going to decide what I am going to make. I already kind of have put a few things to paper, and I already have that in my thoughts as to what to create. However, actually creating it is completely different, because you can kind of have the thought in your head. When it actually comes to creating something, sometimes, yeah, the brain and actually the creative side sometimes does not always come to sort of fruition, I guess. Oh my goodness, I have no idea if I should actually admit this. I actually started talking to camera and realised I had not actually pushed the record button. Anyway, I know I'm definitely recording now because I can see Rick in the corner. Right on, I'm going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek of what I am planning to create. And yeah, there are a whole bunch of ties in here, and obviously you saw the shirts and tees under t-shirts. There is also a pair of jeans. Now, I tried these on last night. Although these are tees, they actually fit me. However, they are a little bit large, so I may just alter them so they fit me around the waist, and then just add in perhaps some embellishments somewhere from something from here, and yeah, kind of play around a little bit with that. Also in there is a whole bunch more ties, and yeah, I can make an entire outfit out of all that. And obviously you saw the green jacket, yeah, and obviously there's bed linen, so there's a whole bunch of things here that you previously saw on the first video of the So Upcycle. So again, I just will not bore you with showing you the same things. So yeah, I had better make a start, and yeah, just going to show you guys the time. There you go, evidence guys, it's now 11:59. Yeah, I had better start, hadn't I? It is another gorgeous sunny day, and yep, I am all toured up. And although the quick unpick, or seam ripper if you like, does not get used too often today, it is going to be used a whole bunch, because yeah, if where possible I can take all the seams out with the quick unpick, obviously that saves even more fabric. And just so you guys know, anything like even tiny whiny little weeny strands of things, I always keep those as well, because it always comes in really good for stuffing kind of anything that may need stuffing. You know, if you're going to make little pin cushions, again, you can use that coupled with perhaps proper fibre filled stuffing. Anyhow, yeah, so I have everything kind of laid out here, and yeah, a few other things as well, just a little bit off camera. Okay, so starting to open the side seams, and yeah, they actually put a little label in there, so S for small. And yeah, sometimes when you kind of look at ready to wear garments, and then if you're in a situation like this where you are taking them all apart, it's actually good to kind of see how they construct things, because obviously ready to wear, sometimes you can kind of hear like some horror stories and sweat stories and things like that, and yeah, kind of labels and tags kind of being swapped out and things like that. So yeah, it's always kind of interesting in a learning point of view to see construction either good or not so good. Right, so I have now just completed one of the arm side and taken that lining out, and yeah, there is a shoulder pad, and I have started to take that out as well. And again, it is kind of interesting to look at the construction. I even put tape there as well, so yeah, so some ready to wear is better than others. Always interesting. Righty-ho, so everything has now been deconstructed. So we have the two front pieces of the jacket, one of the sleeves there, two of the four pockets. The other two pockets are still on the jacket, you can see there. And then we have the back piece. There's also the collar pieces there, and also the other sleeve. So as you can see, there is a whole bunch of fabric, and now I'm going to change it up into something completely different. Okay, so before I join the front and back together, you can see them pieced together. So the back piece, you can just about see there, you hit that line. So I added this piece to the other piece, and this is the back of the jacket, and you can still see the curved lines, and obviously I have trued up the side seams. Now you're probably thinking, why is this one longer than the other one? Well, because it's the front of the jacket and it has already been hemmed, obviously I've allowed for that for the back piece, hence why it is longer. So when you fold it, and when I come to hem it, it will be the same size. Now on the front, this is the arm side area here, which I enlarged a little bit more, and the pieces there on both sides obviously are the top part of the arm side of the original sleeves. Going back to the back piece here, it worked out that I used the sleeves and pieced them together, and it had a middle seam, so I kept that middle seam so then it can correspond with the middle seam of the back of the skirt. And then, no idea why, but originally this seam actually matched with this seam, but the other one did not. So all I did is literally turn the pieces around so then they can deliberately not align up. So you have a seam there and a seam there, so you can see it's just a little bit apart there, and then flipped that one around and made sure that was mismatched as well. So although it's mismatched, it kind of matches, if you kind of get what I mean. Okay, so you are now looking at the back of the bottom of the skirt, and yeah, I have now hemmed it all, so that is good to go. And also I have, yes I know, the bobbin thread was black. It is what it is. And I have made a channel here, so I am now just going to insert some elastic, and it is already attached to my bodkin. Righto, it is 18:27 PM at night, and Titty and I have had our dinner, and yeah, the skirt is now complete, and I'm hoping to do my second creation and yeah, upcycle some of these ties. And I am going to incorporate, because sometimes when we do mock-ups, I do always like to keep my mock-ups, because then at a later date, if I need to make any tweaks and changes, then obviously it can be made to the original, or if there's more than one, might be 2 or 3, then it saves wasting fabric and you can kind of tweak the same ones. Anyhow, the mock-up that I have here, which is the one that I used, it's only the bodice for my gown on the recent dressmaker's ball. I am going to use this as the lining. I'm going to somehow create something with these ties. There will be the lining, and yeah, see where I go with that. Righto, so this is how we are looking so far, and yeah, they are just placed kind of randomly right now, just so I can decide whether I will go with kind of the way they are placed. And yeah, I think the colour combination is okay. I may swap around those two greens there. I think they don't quite work, and obviously these are the tail ends of the ties, and yes, even if they get cut they will be incorporated in something else. And yeah, it's really, I guess, a little bit hard to imagine right now that this would actually be kind of the top of the bodice, because it kind of looks like a skirt but upside down. So I may even go with the skirt, you'll have to find out. Okay, so two kitties, Emma, everybody knows Emma, and we have No Name, and yeah, she's usually quite shy, but no, she's decided to come out tonight. No Name, good girl, good girl. Yeah, okay, so far I have put the ties on. I know, I am not funny at all. I should have just decided to put the kitties on, really, haven't I? Wow. Really already, guys? Yeah. Okay, I have stitched these ties together, so... because look, proof, at the end they are all untied. These are definitely stitched together. Look, I pick them up and they're all stitched together. I did do a fitting and I just need to add a couple more ties. No pun intended, guys. No Name has created a little kitty bed. How are you, darling? Oh, no, don't get out your nest. Oh, you're so pretty. Ah. Yeah, so she's decided to go and, oh, speaking of pretty, there's Pretty. It's called Pretty because when T.E. was very, very diddy, he called Pretty. Okay, so it is all now stitched together, and yeah, I made a skirt, as you can see. Had a little bit of trouble in styling the elastic, however I did manage to do it in the end. It was just one of those moments where you kind of think to yourself, oh no, please do not come off the budkin, because it kind of got caught in the middle there, and as much as I was pulling, I was dreading. I was like, no, please don't come off halfway through, and lucky for me, I lucked out and managed to install all the elastic through the waist channel there. A couple of little ties. That was not a deliberate pun, but yes, ties to tie on the tie skirt. So there we go, that is it. Just flip it over, and yeah, good to go. Kind of like the little edging there, and obviously no hemming on that, which is all good. highlights of filming in wind. Okay guys, so I am going to say... Okay guys, so that is it. I'm going to leave you kind of with the process